There it is, everyone. That'll be stuck in your head now the rest of the day. Welcome back. Thanks for bearing with me playing that song. This is a Mets return. We have 10 returns today, and all of these players played for the Mets. So let's get right to it. And this first player, this first return, TTM returns. These are all TTM returns today. Comes to us from Tacoma, Washington. Olympia, Washington. And it is a 5 of 4. He also signed the index card. It was free, and it was 19 days. So perhaps the most anticipated pitching duel in Mets history occurred on opening day, April 5th of 1983, when Tom Seaver returned to Queens following 5.5 years with the Reds. Mets fans, angered by the Midnight Massacre trade that sent him to Cincinnati in 1977, were jubilant upon his return, with 46,687 in attendance, including New York Governor at that time, Mario Cuomo, and Mayor Ed Koch, on hand to watch Seaver face the Phillies ace Steve Carlton. Although a thigh injury limited Seaver to 6 shutout innings, Carlton cracked for 2 runs in the 7th, and this Mets rookie reliever pitched the final 3 innings for the win. Seaver also outdueled Carlton almost 10 years earlier to the day in a 3-0 victory on opening day in 1973. So that pitcher who played for the Mets from 1982 through 1987 and was a part of the 1986 World Champion Mets is Mr. Doug Sisk. And there he is on the 85 Flair. 85 tops. The 86 tops as part of the championship team, and the 86 Flair as well. So we'll put those there. And he signed the index card. There it is. All right. Very, very awesome. Thank you, Mr. Sisk, for your kindness in signing that and returning it. I really appreciate it. All right, next up, our next return comes to us from St. Paul, Minnesota. This was a 1-of-1 $10 fee, and this was 10 days. So this next Mets player was with the team from 1967 until 1978, and he was an integral part of the Mets pitching staff in 1969. Yeah, he is a 2-time All-Star and a member of the Mets Hall of Fame. He is also just the 3rd Mets player to have his number retired by the Mets, along with Hall of Famers, the franchise, Tom Seaver, and Mike Piazza. And he's none other, doesn't need any further introduction. He was a stud that postseason in 1969, Mr. Jerry Koosman. There he is on the 1970 Topps Sporting News card. This was one of the cards I got from the Mantle Rules purchase I don't know, a month or so back, sometime around there. And there it is. Awesome signature. Thank you, Mr. Coos. Is much appreciated. Thank you so much. All right. And our next Mets player. This one comes to us from New Orleans, Louisiana. It was $5 per, 12 days, and the 2 of 2. And this next Mets player was with the team from 65 through 1970, and was a teammate of the aforementioned Tom Seaver and Jerry Koosman. He was also an integral part of the Miracle Mets of 1969, more specifically in the outfield. In Game 4, he made a spectacular catch and a ball hit by Brooks Robinson in the 9th inning to stop an Orioles rally. The Mets won the game 2-1 in 10 innings. And as we all know, the World Series. For the World Series, he batted .400. His only RBI was the game winner of the 5th and final game. There you see there. Koosman shuts the door, Game 5. And as you would have guessed, this player is Mr. Ron Swoboda. There he is on 1970 Topps, and this is one I got from Andy over at Flying Dutchman Cards. This looks awesome signed. Thank you, Andy. And there he is on the 68 Topps. This was also a Mantle Rules purchase. So it looks great. So we'll put that there. And he also sent a little card. Celebrate the 50th anniversary of the Mets 69 World Series win in bookstores June 11th, 2019. So if you guys want to go ahead and read that book. There you go. I'll put that there. All right, next up. This one comes to us from Greensboro, North Carolina. This was a 4 of 4, free, 19 days. So this next Mets player was with the Mets for his whole career, from 1973 to 1984. He made his debut on June 13th, 1973, after being called up to fill in for injured catchers Jerry Grody and Duffy Dyer. His first game that he caught was the legendary Tom Seaver. He was on the 73 Mets World Series team that lost in 7 games to the Oakland Athletics. I know, Brandon Isaac, I hear ya. He just missed out, retiring before the 1986 Mets won it all. So close. And he is, as we said, former catcher, Mr. Ron Hodges. And there he is on the 85 tops, on the 81 tops, the 82 tops, and the 83 tops card. Awesome return. Put that there. Thank you so much, Mr. Hodges. It's much appreciated. All right, our next return. This one comes to us from San Juan, Puerto Rico. This was a 2 of 2, free, 11 days. I was excited to get this one back. I wasn't sure it was gonna come back, but it did. All right, so this next Mets player played from the Mets from 1983 through 1984, and he was also a catcher, like Ron Hodges. He won a World Series title with the 1991 Minnesota Twins. He was actually one of 6 former Mets on that World Series team, along with Terry Leach, Rick Aguilera, David West, and Kevin Tapani. The latter 3 being part of the Frank Viola trade. According to a vendor who worked at Shea, they would get in early to get ready. They were able to catch some BP beforehand. This player was a light-hitting catcher, but he had a great sense of humor. During BP, this player hit a towering shot, which hit the flagpole in dead center. Everything and everybody seemed to stop in a state of shock. He then began running the bases, throwing his batting glove to the stands as he rounded third base, while players, vendors, and ushers gave him an ovation. Classic. This was during BP. That player would be Mr. Junior Ortiz. There he is on the 84 flare, and there he is on the 85 tops. That looks awesome. I was happy to get this back. Haven't seen too many of these returns, so very cool. Thank you so much, Mr. Ortiz. That looks awesome. This is much appreciated. Alrighty, and our next one. This was a 3 of 4. He didn't sign one of the cards. It was free, 39 days, and this comes to us from Fort Myers, Florida. That's interesting. I sent it to his Rhode Island address. He must have a summer home down there, maybe. All right, so this next Mets player played for the Mets in 1980 and 1987. He was a former number 1 overall first-round draft pick in 1974 out of the Ivy League Brown University. According to Sporting News, out of the top 5 first-round mistakes for the Padres, this was number 4 on their list. The Padres actually skipped over a future back-to-back NL MVP in Dale Murphy, who went number 5 to the Atlanta Braves. Of course, hindsight is always 20/20, and that player is... There he is, Mr. Bill Allman. And there he is on the 85 tops, number 1 overall draft pick. That's one he didn't sign. That's the one I actually wanted signed. Oh well. Win some, lose some. There he is on the 83 tops. There he is on the 81 tops as a Met. And the 81 flare as well as a Met. So awesome. Very cool. I'll take it. Thank you so much, Mr. Allman. I appreciate your time. All right. And this next one is a 4 of 3 from Oakland, California. This was free, and it was 23 days. And he also signed the index card, which was awesome. And this next Mets player played for the Mets from 84 to 85 and was a Mets first-round pick in 1980. Darryl Strawberry actually went number 1 overall to the Mets that year. He signed with the Mets instead of attending Stanford University. He was actually a roommate with a young Lenny Dykstra while in the minor leagues. He was part of the trade that sent Tim Tuffle to the Mets following the 1985 season. He went on to achieve greater success as a front office executive, and we all know about it with the book and the movie of the same name titled Moneyball. And that player is Mr. Billy Bean. There he is on the 86 Donruss. And he also signed 287 Topps cards. Looks like BB. Mr. Billy Bean. And there's the index card as well. Very cool. Awesome stuff. Thank you so much, Mr. Bean. Much appreciated. Excited to get that one back. All right. Our next one comes to us from Little Rock, Arkansas. And this was a 4-4, 10 days. I included a $10 donation for the cards. I seen he's been signing for free, but I just threw in some money. I wanted to make sure that I got these back as well. So this next Mets player played with the team from 1987 through 1991, and again in 1994, where he finished off his career. He had a great career in a Mets uniform. He actually helped lead the Mets to the 1988 NLCS, almost making it to the World Series, if not for the Bulldog, Orel Hershiser. He finished third in NL MVP voting that year in 1988 with 27 home runs, 99 ribbies, 21 stolen bases, and a .288 batting average. That player is Kevin McReynolds. There he is on the 85 Flair, which I wanted to get that card signed. It's awesome. The 88 score, the 1990 Classic, and the 87 Donruss Diamond Kings. I like the Diamond Kings cards. I want to try to get as many as I can of those signed. They're awesome. I love them. I know Andy at Flying Dutchman is trying to do the same. Maybe we should have a friendly competition and keep score here. Just got another one back, Andy. All right. Thank you, Mr. McReynolds, for your time. This is much appreciated. All right, next up. Let's keep it rolling. This one comes to us from Kansas City, Missouri. Kansas City Mo. This was a 4-4. It was free in 21 days. And this Mets player played with the team from 1997 through 1999. As a member of the Mets, he had his best statistical season in 1988, where he belted 21 home runs, 79 ribbies. Both were career highs, 20 stolen bases, and a batting average of .264. He is also the son of a former Orioles player and manager, and that probably gave it away. There he is, Mr. Brian McRae on this Pinnacle. What year is this? 1994 Pinnacle. That looks awesome. Very cool looking card. Got a little smudge there. That's a very cool looking card. Put that there. This is 1991 Topps rookie. 1992 Triple Play, I believe. Yep, 1992 Triple Play. These actually look pretty good sign, I have to say. Very cool. And had to get him in the Mets uniform. There he is. I believe it's 06. Oh, sorry, 06. 1998 Topps card. Yeah, he was retired by 06. We'll put that there. Let's put those there. All right. Thank you so much, Mr. McRae. I appreciate it. All right. And last but not least, this comes to us from Spokane, Washington. 23 days, free, 2 of 2. This Mets player played his entire career with the Mets, same as, Ron Hodges. And they were also teammates. This player played from 1973 through 1977. He's probably best known as a pitching coach for the Mets, Brewers, and Rockies from 1996 until 2012. Ubaldo Jimenez tossed the Rockies' first and only no-hitter on April 7th, 2010, under the watchful eye of this pitching coach. And that would be Mr. Bob Apodaca. There he is on the 79 Topps and the 1980 Topps. Very cool. Mr. Apodaca, I appreciate it. Thank you so much. All right. There you have it. All 10 returns. Meet the Mets. All right, everyone. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Appreciate the support. Hope everyone is well. Be well. God bless. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and comment. And I will see everyone soon. Take care, everyone.